What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. Amron, we're here right on time. 9:30 p.m. sharp. How is everybody doing? We're out here. We have gathered again on another August evening for a fantasy football draft. Tonight on tap, we are going to hop into a $50,000 high stakes draft. No, I'm kidding. We're going to hop into a Best Ball Mania over on Underdog Fantasy. Shout out to Underdog. How is everybody? Who do we got in the chat? I had a fear for a second that nobody was in here. Jeez, okay. I don't know what happened there. All right. For some reason the amount of people in here wasn't showing up. I thought that there was like a small chance that I was out here just like recording a video and that I didn't hit stream. But we're in here. How are we? We got people, dude. I don't push it back that often. All right, everybody's in here saying Ron's gonna push it back, Look, I was here 9:30 p.m. on the dot. Everybody relax. We're out here. All right, hold on. I forgot that I have to sign in to Underdog here. All right, let's get into this. A nice little $25 Best Ball Mania draft. How is everybody doing? What's up? How do we got? $50K, 50K subs? Imagine. We would be taking out a loan for that. We got Fire Stream last night. People either loved it or hated it. I thought it was good content. We had 1.1 thousand people in here watching that at one point. Crazy. Said sub to your Patreon and destroyed my draft last weekend. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. What's up to the Jersey August King? What's up? How are we? We got Michael in here. We got Prodigy. You go with Brees Hall at 101. If I had one draft the rest of my life, I would be fine with it. If I was doing multiple drafts, I probably would take McCaffrey. All right, so let's hop into this. Why not? Why not let it fly? Dude, I don't know if you guys felt it as well, dude. It was chilly outside. I just reached over to turn off my air conditioner because it was getting a little bit cold in here. But let's hop into this Best Ball Mania draft. After this, we'll have 40 bullets left in the chamber. We're making good time right now. Oh, damn. No spots open, so nobody can really join here. But this is wow. And we get the 101. What do you know? What do you know, man? We get the 101. As always, this is an Underdog fantasy draft. Over on Underdog, it is a Best Ball Mania. It is the best way to get ready for your home league draft. You can hop over to Underdog Fantasy, use promo code RON. They'll match your first deposit up to $250. You can find the link in the description, comment section, and pinned at the top of the live chat right now to hop in here. We literally do these drafts every single night. So if you want to hop in here, get some drafts in with me, get some practice in if you're a home league, those are all available to you at Underdog Fantasy. So we have the 101. Let me pop this out real quick. But this is sick. Also, leave a like. We got 250 people in here already. Hell yeah. It is August. I am August. I am here. We are here grinding every single night. I will be honest. It was a late night last night. Was pretty beat in the morning. I love Jacob and Liam, but they were holding me up there for a minute. Hour and a half draft. We stayed for 2 hours. It was a late night last night, is all I'll say. I don't know if we'll do a second draft tonight. We'll truly see. But here we are. You said, I know Tyreek is your higher ranked player, but what would be your advice in deciding between Tyreek and Brees at the 103? I say it would come down to what your league tendencies are. If you think, I have them both in the same tier, and if you want to take Brees, let's say it's your home league and it's one draft for the rest of your life, you very much can take Brees Hall if you feel better about the receiver options at the 2-3 turn than you do feel about the running back options at the 2-3 turn. So I think to me it would come down to whether or not I think I could get Achane at the 2-3 turn. But for sure you can get two of Nico Collins, Debo, Ayuk, right? Well, who do we got in here? We got Soul Nass in here. We got new subscriber. Love your content. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Stream last night was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious too. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good content. We got the Bear in here. How concerned are you about Chase? Not concerned just yet, but it's not great. You called the 1K stream. You did. But we needed some guests for it. Hey, we got Daniel. What's up? New Jersey in the house. What's up? I'm chilling, man. New subscriber. You're awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fall football weather? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Brees Hall 101. I was going to just because somebody said it, but I could not do it. I could not do it. Tyreek 101. People wanted me to get weird with the 101 here. Huh. We got a super chat here. Oh, we got 2 super chats. Half PPR Dynasty, 1 quarterback trade, JSN Javonte in a second for Jonathan Brooks. I would personally rather have the JSN side of that deal. I guess it's closer to 1 quarterback and seconds get devalued, but I think I would probably prefer... I don't know. That's close. That's close, but I think I'd prefer the JSN side. GG's Ron, you're going to be ready for all my home leagues? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got some good ones. We got some good ones coming up for your home leagues, man. We got some good ones coming up for your home leagues. You're saying you were too tired at work today? Some of you guys were feeling it too? You said yesterday's was great stuff. That's what I'm saying, man. They call him Mr. August. We're here, man. Yo soy Augusto, man. Yo, Ron, if you could only keep 1, picking in the 6th out of 12, would you keep Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 2nd, Jonathan Taylor in the 7th, or Laporta in the 13th? Man, I think I would... That's actually a really tough one. I'm torn between JT in the 7th and Laporta in the 13th. Because in a home league in the 7th round, you're going to get a lot of players you like. In the 13th, no one's going to be there, and you can just get a free elite tight end. I lean Laporta. I'm curious, what's your Bilal? Let me know your starting lineup for that league. Like how many running backs, how many receivers, how many flex spots, full PPR, half. Also, shout out for having the name Bilal, man. Jets legend, Bilal Powell, legend. Stream last night was epic. Hell yeah! I'm glad that some of you guys, enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. People seem to hate it, but I think that was just kind of the loud minority, you know, or the vocal minority, however you want to say it. Looking back, would you maybe not give Liam the pick power? Maybe, but probably not. I don't think that there's anything else that could have really happened differently. Been sub since the beginning. Watch all your videos. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome. Are you good with Nico at the 301? Oh, I'm more than fine with Nico at the 301, man. How many times has had the number 1 pick achieved the same level of production the next year? I'm scared of chasing past points with McCaffrey. It's honestly a fair concern at this point. We have seen... I can't remember the last time the consensus 101 was a good pick, but I'm also not going to bet against the 101 at this point in time. I hate everything that's on the board. I don't want to take Kyron because then we're going to fall behind that receiver. I think one of these is for sure Ayuk. Metcalf, Devontae Smith, Mike Evans. I'm gonna go Kyron. I was gonna go Malik Neighbors, but we're gonna go two running backs and just see what we can build out of this. We've been doing some high T running back rooms on here, and why not keep it rolling, man? 5K because of this guy last year. Go hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm good with Nico as high as the 205, man. I know somebody asked about the 301. How does a 3rd round reversal change the draft? It just makes the back half of the draft a little bit more strong. I don't know that it would change anything about my strategy. I would just think through the 3-4 turn differently. What else we got in here? Yeah, get the likes up. Why not? Over 400 people in here. Jeez, man. Yeah, definitely leave a like. We only got 49 right now. Yeah, that's a good call, dude. Cup is flying up the rankings, dude. Puka went 202. Cooper Kupp went, what, 205? I'm into Cooper Kupp, but not like that, man. I don't think I could get there. So many people were hating on Jacob and Liam. Yeah, it's very funny. People like to hate on me for not standing against ADP more often. And then I get 2 people that are very opinionated and don't care about ADP, and then all of a sudden they're like pretentious. And like people were very passionate. Certainly Jacob and Liam, but it was only because like we've known each other for years. Me, Jacob, and Liam. Like we're all good pals. at this point. So it's like no feelings were hurt. Yeah, Elijah Mitchell incident. Me getting the commish help for a 15th round pick. I don't care, man. Yeah, dude, on Underdog, you can get Kyron Williams late as hell. You can get him super, super late. You're watching on your night shift? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm glad people liked it. I think that it was just more the I think it was just more the people out there that I don't know, people that maybe don't know me and my content very much, but just kind of like stopped by the stream. Why is everyone so high on Bijan? I actually broke that down today. I did a breakout running back video today, and honestly, that's part of why I mentioned Bijan, even though he doesn't really count as a breakout candidate because it's so obvious. But you just have to understand that the offense is going to be so much better. And even if Tyler Algier takes like 150 touches away, Bijan will still be fine because of just offensive efficiency and receiving upside. You said, I genuinely love your content, but I don't understand the Nico and Diggs play yesterday. I guess I understand the holdup that you get two receivers in the same offense. I just am firmly a believer that I actually want to pull up this team. The only team that I've ever, and I hate to, like, I always bring this team up and I like kind of humble brag about it, but we were in a spot where I personally had Diggs in a tier ahead of Rashee Rice and T. Higgins. Now, maybe you could have said, well, maybe be a little bit, maybe you go down a tier because you already have Nico, but when we were talking about an offense led by CJ Stroud, I really do think that this could be an offense that has two receivers finishing inside of the top 12. Like, I don't really see the biggest holdup, especially in a deep lineup where it's two wide receiver, two flexes, of having two receivers on the same team. And I'll pull it up now, but my only team to ever finish inside of the top 5 for a redraft tournament, right? So this team won $10,000. I'll show it to you guys right now. I actually did the same thing. So this was the team. Can I show where it finished overall standings? Yeah, so it was the online championship in 2022. Come on, please load for me. We were Shrek 1 right here. You can see Ron Stewart. And on this team, we took McCaffrey, A.J. Brown, Leonard Fournette, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Godwin, Darren Waller, Devontae Smith. I had Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown on the same team without Jalen Hurts, and this was the only team that I've ever had win $10,000. It's truly not like this was the final lineup: Brady, McCaffrey, Akers, Amon-Ra, Chris Brown, A.J. Brown, Evan Ingram, and Devontae Smith. Like, if they're correlated in that, if this passing offense is really good, like the Eagles were that year, they can both pop off and be just fine. I get those comments all the time. Like, I now have, I think I have a couple of Tank Dell Nico teams, and I have a Nico Stephon Diggs team. And when I truly believe in a passing offense, like I do the Texans, I'm completely fine taking them both on the same team. So I will say, I have Diggs in a tier ahead of Rashee Rice and T. Higgins, but if it was Stephon Diggs versus DK Metcalf and DJ Moore, I would have gone Metcalf and DJ Moore and gone elsewhere within the same tier. But if it's a tier ahead and then two guys I perceive as a tier below, I'm completely fine stacking up teammates from the same passing offense. That's kind of just how I view it. Now, I wouldn't have gone 3 deep. I wouldn't have added Dalton Schultz, and I wouldn't have grabbed Tank Dell in the next turn or whatever, but two pass catchers in a really good passing offense, I'm very much fine doing, even though it does make people kind of squeamish. All right, so here we got a tough decision. They're handing us Lamar and Andrews on a silver platter if we want it. No, I think this has to be receiver. We're gonna go Pickens, and then we're gonna go Xavier Worthy. That doesn't feel good at all, but it's kind of just what has to happen after taking two running backs up top like that, just in this format. What do we got? Super chat, I'm on. All good if you ignore this. Standard league, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Pick 5. What the hell's going on here? You are keeping Achane in the 12th spot. Am I dumb taking Travis in the 2nd if he falls? In a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, you could talk me into it, but I think I would rather just take I think I would just rather take a tight end in the 3rd round. Like, you're going to get your choice of Laporta, McBride, Kincaid if you really want one that bad. That's just how I view it. But it wouldn't be terrible because you could definitely talk me into the idea of seeing like a Nico fall to the 3rd, Debo, all of that. So we'll see. We'll certainly see. Marver Collins, happy BR. One draft for the rest of my life, Nico. We're on doing numbers yet, dude. We had over 500 people here for a second. I do appreciate it. Leave a like, all that good stuff. Let's see. Super chat here. I do appreciate it, Noah. How to value positions in redraft. 2 quarterbacks is tough. 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 flex. I mean, that's a lot of positions that aren't running backs. Like, personally, I would be going, I would definitely be trying to prioritize quarterback, prioritize filling my flex with wide receivers, and then kind of figuring out running back as you go, just in terms of what falls to you. What else we got in here? Q Mostert now, we'll see. Yikes on Pickens. I mean, I'm not crazy about Pickens, but Pickens at the 4-5 turn in a super wide receiver heavy format, I'm fine with. You tried to get Worthy to fall back. I mean, I wouldn't say you should take Worthy in the 4th. I think 501's even a lot. Those picks were not great, not dominating. I don't know. I mean, I took the two running backs up top. We were going to fall behind that receiver. I'm personally fine with where we're at right now. I'm curious, people that are saying not dominating, that don't like the team right now, where would you have gone differently? Worthy will make your bloodline rich. That's what I'm hoping, man. So can't get over all the negative vibes from the chat last night? Yeah, that's how it is. They also do a primetime or silver bullet draft with Liam and Jacob. We're definitely doing one more 350. We'll kind of see what else. I will say I don't want too many teams with that, because it's fun to get a different looking team than I usually would draft myself, but also, I would also definitely prefer no drama and just picking who I want on the clock. You love Pickens value, pal. That's what I'm saying, man. People don't like that pick. I love Worthy. I don't mind Pickens at all, especially if the Ayuk thing is not going to happen. Pickens was getting drafted at this area right here before this Ayuk stuff came around. Let's see. Man, so we have Deontay Johnson's banged up right now, and then he returned to practice and was fine. Damn, I would have loved Kittle. Let's go JSN for sure. And then we'll probably go wide receiver. I don't know which one yet. You could talk me into Deontay Johnson. You could talk me into Keon Coleman. Man, I'm just not crazy about... I was taking Deontay early on in the offseason, but in a best ball format where I want, spike weeks... I'm going to go McConkey. That's where I'm at. We'll go with some rookie upside. Some more stacking options, too, with Justin Herbert later on. Any concerns on Tyreek's injury? Not yet, until we get some more bad news, I would say. You're on Underdog and you have green on your screen. That's what people don't like. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of people that don't like this draft right now want me to not take receivers. Neighbors over Ayuk, I don't know if I can get there, man. Ayuk will be in a better offense. He's a better player. I guess the volume isn't going to be there, but I've talked about this in the past. Volume is cool, but I also want good offenses. Got a super chat here. Hey, Ron. You have the 109 and a 10 team, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. If one of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jefferson, Chase fall, I'll take them, or A.J. Brown in round 2. Would you go with Kyron, Achane, or Gibbs? I have them ranked Gibbs, Kyron, Achane. Or no, Gibbs, Achane, Kyron. My bad. But yeah, that sounds about right. You said so. You have the 109. Yeah, I think that's a good take of taking whoever you get between Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jefferson, Chase. If not, A.J. Brown is kind of the guy to fall back on. And then I like prioritizing a running back in the second round in that format. People wanted Keon Coleman there. I already have a lot of Keon. wanted to go McConkey because dude, I'm starting to come around on people are very, and I think the chat's not going to like this at all. People are very low on the Chargers right now, but when we look at kind of like what fuels good offenses in general, a lot of it comes from offensive line play, and the Chargers are going to have one of the best offensive lines in the league, right? Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater, and Justin Herbert's Justin Herbert. If he's getting kind of pushed down, and he's kind of an afterthought with the foot injury, but he seems like he's going to be good to go. This should be a fine offense, and if we're going to get discounts on an offense that is engineered and pushed forward by Justin Herbert, I'll be buying up the discount every time. Any reason why you like Ladd over Keon? In a vacuum, I probably prefer Keon Coleman. We were just in a spot where I figured, you know what, we set up Ladd McConkey for stacking priority later. I already have a ton of Keon Coleman. It was just kind of spur of the moment, I guess you could say. It wasn't anything too meditated there. I have them both in the same tier, like back-to-back. You love the CMC Ayuk Kyron start? Me too, man. If Ayuk went to Pittsburgh, would you still take him over Neighbors? Just curious. No, I wouldn't. I would then take Neighbors, because then it would be like a similar give and take of like bad offense, but then Malik Neighbors would have a clear target, share. Ayuk's would be a little bit more murky. Not that he would certainly be the one over Pickens, but it wouldn't be as clear as Neighbors, I guess I would say. So Neighbors and Pickens pick for me. I like Ron's take, though. Yeah, that's fair. Just got in. Can you show your first and second round picks? Yeah, we started McCaffrey, Ayuk, Kyron Williams, George Pickens, Xavier Worthy, JSN, Ladd McConkey. Fellow Bilal Powell enjoyer? Hell yeah. For the question about Amon-Ra St. Brown, second round versus JT, it's 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. If that's the case, I'm going Laporta then. Because tight end takes up so much of that starting lineup. Just locking in a Laporta for pretty much free in the 13th round, I think is huge. Yeah, the Chargers' offensive line is really good. You said if Ayuk goes to Pitt, I'm taking DK over Neighbors and Ayuk. Honestly, I agree. I would push down Ayuk pretty significantly. Like, the Steelers would be a pretty brutal spot. If Justin Fields is out there starting games, that's pretty brutal. Even though we saw DJ Moore be good, it's just like Pickens is going to command targets. It's an Arthur Smith passing offense. It's just not going to be all that pretty. So there's a lot of elite quarterbacks on the board. Warren continues to slip in these drafts. I don't think we have a single stack that makes sense for any of these elite quarterbacks. Cincinnati, Green Bay, Dak. I kind of hate what's on the board right now. I'm just going to be honest. I have a couple of ideas of what I want to do, though. Couple of ideas. Got to get a tight end. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know that I like any of these tight ends that are available. Yeah, I mean, we lost out on Bowers and Njoku. I think for sure we're going to go Jaylen Warren. I know that he's a little bit banged up right now, but in best ball we're worried about season long. Very much fine there, especially with our Pittsburgh Chiefs stuff we have going. Man. And this guy took Cortland Sutton as well. Sutton was my next pick. Look at all of these quarterbacks, and I got nothing. I mean, you could talk me into Jordan Love and just set it up with, like, Wicks later on and, like, Luke Musgrave if we want. You know what we're going to do, man? I don't know that you guys are going to like this, but we're going to take Javonte. And then we're going to draft no running backs the rest of this draft. That's what I've decided. I could have taken a quarterback unstacked there. I just didn't really think it needed to be done. I'm not taking... I mean, I guess we had the Charger stuff set up with McConkey, but I'm still just not crazy about Palmer, Shakir, any of these guys at the 901. So we'll just take Javonte, and that'll be it for running back. We're gonna build this as if it was hyper fragile, which is a build that was made popular in BBM 2. So that's like 2021 at this point. But we'll see. Might be meta this year. We'll probably build out. It'll probably end up being like a 3-4-8-3 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are going to like that, but that's where I'm at. How do you feel about drafting a second running back in the 6th round? I think if it's a running back that you like, you certainly can. Like if wide receiver value seems flat, like you always can definitely dip your toe and take a detour in the dead zone, like we did yesterday on stream where we took Kenneth Walker. Wide receivers got flat. Kenneth Walker is a running back that doesn't typically look like a dead zone back, so why not? You have the first pick, really considering Brees over McCaffrey. Am I crazy? Honestly, no. I keep getting this question, and truly, is that an Adam Gase profile picture? If you have just one singular home league draft and it's your only team for this summer, and you truly in your heart of hearts like Brees Hall over McCaffrey, I think you absolutely can. I would have, in terms of like my 101 candidates, I think that you could personally, in my eyes, you could take any of CMC, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek, Brees Hall, Bijan at the 101, and I really wouldn't bat an eye if it was that scenario where it's like you have 1 to 2 home league drafts and you just want to get your guys. I really do think that you can do that. Is Achane a reach of the 205 and a 10-man? No. I think middle of the second's fine. Do you do YouTube full-time? I do. I'm actually very lucky. Shout out to all of you guys. For how long? How long have I been going full-time? It's funny. Or I guess I was like delivering pizzas and doing it for a while, but like in terms of like full-time, probably since like 2022. I would say probably the last like this season and the 2 before it, I would say. Also, what a quarterback run, dude. Love, Burrow, Daniels, Caleb, Dak, all in a row. How do we feel about Kyron over Derrick Henry? That's where I'm at. Yeah, it's not a bad idea either. Take McCaffrey and then try and trade with the Brees owner and try and get some value, but that might be getting too cute. What's your takes on Najee full season? I love him. I'm a big fan of Najee this year, which is actually pretty funny. That high stakes draft was hilarious last night. I thought it was great too. Ron is my generation's Matthew Berry. Big things are ahead for you. How many home leagues are you in, Ron? I have just one singular home league with my high school buddies. But yeah, I have a bunch of other like high stakes leagues, but in terms of like home leagues, it's just me and my my high school buddies. But hey, I appreciate that, Caleb. We got a super chat in here from Hassan. 14-team half PPR: Mahomes, London, Nico, Gibbs, Jacobs, Deontay, Kittle, Hopkins, Jalen Wright, Algier. I will say, if anybody out there does these super chats where you show me your team, I appreciate the super chat. Just let me know what is the starting lineup. You know, like how many receivers, how many flex. But I mean, on the surface for a 14-teamer, I mean, it looks like you have no weaknesses. So that looks about right, I would say. I'm also, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm pretty terrible at like this rate my team stuff. It's just very tough for me to like look at a team and be like, is that good, bad, and give you something that sounds smart to go with it. But that's just a flaw of mine. What do we got here? We can take a receiver. A.D. Mitchell on the board. Damn it. A.D. Mitchell is never around when I want him. Could talk me into Freiermuth. We have this like Pittsburgh, Kansas City stack stuff going on. Let's do that. I think we're gonna take Judy and Freiermuth. Even though I do like Polk a good bit. Yeah, we're going to take Judy. We'll take Judy and Freiermuth. Yeah, I think that makes sense for us. Holding out. We're going to end up with a pretty nasty quarterback room, so everybody brace themselves. Aren't you like 23? You started when you were 20? I mean, we didn't really start making like full-time money until probably the last 2 years or so, but I appreciate it. I mean, dude, I've been doing this since I was 19, man. It's crazy. It's truly, truly crazy. High stakes draft last night was incredible. Okay, all right. We're getting positive reviews. I appreciate it. We had some people in the chat. I couldn't tell people like absolutely hated it. Like, like I said, people were passionate, but at the end, like, there was no bad blood. Like, I truly, like, I love those guys. Like, Jacob and Liam, I bring them on. Like, I don't just bring anybody on the channel, you know? If I bring them on the channel, like, I like those guys. Jacob is one of the smartest guys that I know in general outside of fantasy football, and Liam has literally over $1 million in fantasy football winnings across multiple wins, not just one win in Best Ball Mania. And he's like a chess guru. Like, his name is Chess Liam because he was a chess coach. So two guys that I would just like to be a sponge around, and just soak up whatever they're thinking about when it comes to fantasy football. Crazy, I never thought I'd hear you love Najee come out of your mouth. Yeah, it's just, I mean, look, dude, he's cheaper now. I mean, like 6th, 7th round Najee, I'm here for it. I am. We got Rowan in here. What's up? What else is in here? Rice over Diggs. Yeah, I know that's what people were thinking. You said only 135 likes with 551. That's yeah. I mean, I'm not one to ask for likes a ton, but yeah, leave a like. Helps the boy out a ton, especially if I answer a question. Get in there and leave a like. All right, everyone's saying they loved it. All right, perfect. There should be one more with me, Jacob, and Liam at the very least. The Jacob fake rage quit. I think that he genuinely lagged out, but it was just perfect timing. Yeah, the tight end premium is weird on FFPC. That's why I usually draft on NFC. But if I'm gonna do a $2,000 draft, FFPC is probably the one. We gotta talk about wedding crashes. I'll watch it eventually. I got some shit for that for sure. I know Jalen has an injury. He slipped a little bit there. In these best ball contests, we're kind of just hoping for end of season upside, especially because we have Kyron and McCaffrey at the top of this draft. I will recap this draft a little bit. We went McCaffrey, Ayuk, Kyron, Pickens, Xavier Worthy, JSN, McConkey, Warren, Javonte, Judy, and Freiermuth. So you can see we definitely we have enough running back scoring up top to not feel too bad about taking the falling Warren there. Yeah, smash the like button. We got Henry Muto in here. What's up? Worried about Laporta regression this year? Not a ton, but when we talk about Laporta as like the guy who just asked me, like 13th round keeper, at that point I don't really care. He's one of the top 5 tight ends, and if he's out there, I need it. You know. Can we get Ron's rendition of Ave Maria? Do you know about the NFC RotoWire structure for advancement and pricing? New to there. It should be on their site, but it's pretty much it's actually my favorite structure, and I'll get into that in a second here when we make this pick. So let's see. Wow, we have a Brandon Cooks falling way past his ADP here. I'm not crazy about Cooks, but I do have a tough time passing on that. Huh. Wow, and he takes Herbert, this guy? An unstacked Herbert to Lamar? You must be joking. Alrighty. We will take Deshaun and stack that to Judy. That sucks so bad. And now we have Brandon Cooks 20 picks past ADP staring us in the face. Yeah, come on down. I hate that, but come on down, buddy. God. This guy just took Justin Herbert. He already had Lamar and not a single Charger on his roster. I mean, he has no badge, so it's like, you just hate to see that, man. You just truly hate to see that, but it's all right. It's all right, man. People hate when I tilt and getting sniped, so I'm just going to chill, but you hate that. What are the Week 17 matchup targets? The way that I personally play Week 17 correlation is I'm not really shooting for a single game. I am just, like, because I think that that's the wrong thing to do is be like, you know what, I really think this game's going to go well, because that's, 20 weeks out from here. We don't know what the teams are going to look like, what everything's going to look like. I just want to center it around the guys I took early. So I took McCaffrey early, right? Sam Fran. Okay, maybe later on in the draft I'll get Detroit. It's kind of more of a convenience thing than it is like targeting a single Week 17 game. Do you know about the NFC RotoWire structure? Yeah. So I was gonna touch on that for a second. Pretty much, it's weeks 1 through 14, and then it's playoffs. But the beautiful part is that it is week 15, 16, 17 scoring combined for not just the overall tournament, but the top 2 players in each league. So it's a simultaneous thing. So like FFPC I hate because, or not hate, but their league playoffs is week 12, 13, 14 when everybody has bye weeks. But NFC does it simultaneous. So you're actually doing your playoffs within your own league and your playoffs in the overall contests at the same time. No one's getting affected by bye weeks, and it's just perfect for me. And it's over a 3-week period. Wow, I didn't even notice that. We're saying, does Herbert and Lamar have the same bye? Say it isn't so, man. I don't think that he does. No, he doesn't. That stinks, though. God, hate to see that. Hate to see that. You said OG in here staying quiet. I recognize your name, too, as is probably the majority riding with you. Big homie, love all the streams, even with the personalities and opinions. Hell yeah, dude. I do appreciate it. You guys are the best. If your life depended on it, for me, it's Achan. Would have just taken Sam Darnold at that point. If Matthew Stafford falls, still could be decent. Yeah, we just don't have any Rams set up. We got a super chat here. In a 10-team PPR 2 flex league with Allen, Mahomes, Lamar, CJ, Dak, and Burrow kept, I can keep 2. Hurts for a 3rd, London for a 6th, or AR for a 10th. Or last round picks Zamir White or Rashee Rice. Man, I would go last round Rashee Rice and just figure out quarterback on the clock. Even if to maybe just like reach for a round, but yeah, definitely Rashee Rice in the last round. That's huge. Yeah, exactly. To me, Henry, like I think NFC has the best playoff format, and it's why I play so much of it. Like I do love that it's simultaneous, so you don't have to have like week 12, 13, 14 playoff weeks is ridiculous, and it's also not, it's not single week elimination either. Yeah, I prefer NFC by a lot. It's honest. It's why like I'm gonna end up with like 15-ish high stakes leagues this year. Probably 12 of the 15 will be on NFC. What's good? You said what's good, big dog? What's good? Robin Banks. Yeah, Liam's a yapper, but I think that he takes pride in being a yapper. Can you view other teams or only players at lock or something? You can view other teams. There's like an overall sprint happening at the top. All right, let's see. We're 1 pick away. Somebody took Geno, huh? All right. We're getting killed ever so slightly here, but I have an idea. He takes Tolbert. We are going to take... We're going to take Baker, and we're going to then take Jalen McMillan. We're trying our best here. So this is going to end up being, so we have 2, 4, 8, 1. Is 3, 4, 8, 3 possible? 3, 4 is a 7. Oh, no. 3, 4, 8, 3. I think that works. I believe that works. I'm still trying to do the math here. Yeah, it works. I'm an idiot. 3, 4, 8, 3. Can we get a recap? Yeah, I got you. So we went McCaffrey at the 1, then Ayuk, Kyron, Pickens, Xavier Worthy, JSN, Lad McConkey, Jalen Warren, Javonte, Jerry Jeudy, Pat Freiermuth, Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks, Baker Mayfield, Jalen McMillan. The idea is we hated the wide receivers at this 8-9 turn. I could have taken like a Josh Palmer or a Dontavion Wicks, like the 901, which felt brutal. All these elite quarterbacks were here. I didn't want it. So we doubled up on running back after taking 2 early, but we're just going to keep it at 4. Get sniped on Herbert here, which really stung. But we are trying to land the plane here. We're trying to land the plane. You would have gone most around 9. I would not have gone Caleb there. Just my take. Yeah, I agree. I tried to make a case for it. Then Jacob backed off of it. and it happens. But yeah, I do think that I think Mostert was the play. But I will give credit to Liam there that if somehow, some way, one of those teams sniped us on Caleb, we would have been very upset. But I still don't think that that was enough. Love the late Baker McMillan, late Whoop stack. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. We're going to keep it to 4 running backs. QB is looking rough, damn. Yeah, it's just how I've been playing the quarterback spot recently of just, you'd be surprised, man. If you look back at, like, the old, like, the Best Ball Mania winners, most of them didn't take an elite quarterback, and they actually took 3 of them. So I've been trying to mix that in more. I will be honest, like, if I look at my exposures now, which I know somebody asked me about a couple streams ago, so I might as well show you guys them now. 260 teams. Here's my top guys. Quarterback, like I'm drafting a lot of elite quarterbacks. Like Allen's up here, Jalen Hurts is up here, Stroud is up here, even Lamar, Burrow, like these guys. So I've been trying to retroactively now. God damn it! Now I expose myself with all my slow drafts, and then I have to find. Yes, that was a dumb idea, but it's fine. All right. So yeah, it's not something I always do, but it's something I've been trying to, like, at the tail end of draft season right now, is mix in some of these, like, pretty yucky 3 quarterback teams and just hope one of them does well. You get because if you can squeeze one of these through where you hit on a late quarterback, you're gonna have a lot of optionality in week 17 with these stacks. Dock that boat. All right, let's see. Let's see how we can land this plane here. So we need a quarterback. We have to start also thinking about Cleveland, Miami, Tampa Bay, Carolina. We have to start thinking about tight end a lot as well. Jonu's not around. Tampa, Carolina, Cleveland, Miami. All right. What's it going to be? Winnebago, man. Wow. I wanted Juwan Johnson, man. Jeez. All right. Tip of the cap to you, bud. All right, so we're going to for sure take Fields here as our 3rd quarterback. He's going to stack up to Pickens. We get the bringbacks with KC. We kind of need Fields to be something this year for this team to work anyways. So we'll do that. And then everything else has to be driven towards tight end. There's not really any good correlation option, so I might just take the guy that I think is the best on the board. Man, I would have loved Juwan Johnson there. I think I'm going to go Colby Parkinson as just like the best one that I can see here. Yeah, we'll go Colby Parkinson. He started to get drafted. He's also somebody that probably is low owned in these contests. I would have loved for it to have some correlation, but there's just not really anything that sticks out. Ron, do you want me to time out trolls when the chat is like it was yesterday? Only if it's like too bad. Only if it's like too bad. You said I'm like a 3 quarterback truther. It's high floor, high upside, and high leverage. Yeah. Something that I've kind of been like 3 quarterback pilled from Overzet. He's been talking about it a lot. So loved the stream last night, but hated when my alarm went off this morning. Me too, man. Me too. You have 39 slow drafts right now. I'm actually a nom. Yeah, dude. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, it's open a new tab. Yeah, that was my bad. Wish you had more Mahomes. Yeah, me too. I had a lot of him at one point, and then he started rising. Justin, $2,000 Fields like last night? No, exactly. Exactly. That is so funny, dude. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you guys know, I mean, I say backsies when they do it, but people do that all the time where they, you know, they ask for commissioner help. Is it a little bit of a douchebag move to ask for commissioner help in the 15th round of a draft? Yeah, but at that point, I just didn't really care. And I thought it was funny, too. It was a good moment. This is actually a really good question that I want to touch on, and it's actually going to be kind of the talking point of tomorrow's video. Is making the decision between hero and double hero RB a preference? I'm in a 10-man ESPN, and HN will almost certainly be available at the 207, but I could also make a wide receiver stack of Nico or Marvin Harrison Jr. And for me, I suppose it's preference, but it's really more it's really more thinking through that opportunity cost of, okay, you could get Nico or Marv, but what can you get in the third round at receiver? And then what does your team look like at that? So it's preference, but then it's also just kind of taking the player that you believe in. And for me, if it's a 10-man ESPN league and I start with like Brees or something, I'm very much fine taking Achane and then just building around those two running backs. So it kind of just comes down to how I feel about that, just in terms of, it's almost like player takes, if you will. Do I update the matrix on Google Docs? I haven't, but I am working behind the scenes with somebody that has an API like scrape tool, and we're working to get that updated very soon here, I'd say. I'll have news on that in the next few days is what I would say. How do you feel about Taysom Hill in redraft? Think he's tight end eligible? I think that, like in leagues where he's tight end eligible as like the last round pick, he's very much fine. Let's see. You drafted Hayden Hurst at all for the same reason as Parkinson? Yeah, I've drafted a good like when I have Herbert, I draft him. Great drafting with you, Ron. Felt like I had to capitalize on the Burrow fall and then ended up screwing my team build. Your stepdad is related to Justin Fields. Hell yeah. Backseats for the content. Yeah, exactly. I had to get a W. Like we just had to get a W. That's really what it came down to. I will say as well, I would love to get a second draft in here, but I will be honest, I've been kind of running on fumes today just because of how late we went yesterday. So probably just gonna wrap it up after one stream. But be on the lookout. We'll definitely get some high stakes going in here soon. We'll get some double up drafts. I think we did 2 drafts on Monday. We did the late night, or no, we did 2 drafts on Sunday. We did the late night stream last night. So probably gonna just end it early here with just one draft. You know who we're gonna take here, man? I don't know if you guys are gonna rock with this. We're gonna take Gerald Everett. We're gonna take Shane Waldron's boy, Gerald Everett. Here's the final squad. Of course, this was brought to you by Underdog. This was a draft over on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you check them out. Promo code Ron will get you a deposit match up to $250. You can hit the link in the description, comment section, or the top of the live chat. It'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code Ron. It'll get your deposit match up to $250, and you can hop into these drafts every single night with us leading up to kickoff. But here's the final team. It's a weird 3-4-8-3 build. We're just trying things out right now. Deshaun, Baker, Fields. Then we get McCaffrey, Kyron, Jalen Warren, Javonte, and just ended it off there, right? We already made the bet McCaffrey's going to be a stud, Kyron's going to be a stud, and then kind of rotating between these guys with injuries or bye weeks. Wide receiver room is not terrible. We have Ayuk, Pickens, Worthy, JSN, Ladd McConkey, Judy. We got Brandon Cooks to fall like 25 picks past ADP. Jalen McMillan to stack up to Baker. And then we went with Freiermuth, Colby Parkinson, Gerald Everett at tight end. It's not the prettiest team of all time, but neither was the team that won last year. What else? Any closing thoughts here? Are you doing another one, Big Dog? Not tonight. Gonna get some sleep. We'll certainly, in the next few days, we'll definitely get a couple high stakes in. Maybe over the weekend, we'll maybe do like, not like a marathon stream, but maybe like, 3 to 4 Underdog drafts, because I got 40 more bullets left in the BBM, and I need to burn through those quick. So that's where we're at. I do appreciate all of you guys coming in here. We got Jaden, we got W streams in the chat. I feel like one of the big streamers out there, but I do appreciate all you guys for watching. I will say, I say this every time that we sign off here, but truly, the growth on the channel, the love on the channel has been amazing. I'm not one that gets caught up in the numbers too much, but I think like yesterday, we hit records for most subscribers, most views in one. So most subscribers in one day, most views in one day ever for the channel, and then also most viewers in a stream in one day yesterday with 1.1 thousand. So you guys, it's just amazing. Like this is what we do it for. This is what August is all about. This is what, grinding last night until midnight is all about. I truly do it for you guys, and you guys reward me by blowing shit up. Today's video is doing amazing. Yesterday's video was doing amazing. So I really do feel lucky that I get to wake up in the morning get to do this, give you guys content, hang out with you guys on stream. So I love y'all. August is the best. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one.